If you're like me, you might be a collector of CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, video games, things like that. You go out and you find them wherever, at thrift stores or garage sales, secondhand shops. And a lot of times they're going to be scratched up. CDs will skip. DVDs will stutter or stop playing at a certain point. A great solution without breaking the bank is the JFJ Easy Pro. It's affordable, but again, the results aren't maybe something you would get from a commercial disc cleaning machine, surface cleaning machine. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with it and how I've recently found a way to get better results, or I've been getting better results since I started doing it this way. I'm going to use as an example this DVD. It does play, but if we look at hopefully it's picking up on the camera, it's pretty scratched up, where you'd look at it and think, that might not play. Surprisingly, it does play. Kind of want to do a before and after and use this as an example. All right, so let's try that one more time. Let's get a good shot of the surface of this disc. Hopefully you can see it's pretty scratched up. It's not terrible. I've seen worse for sure. Hopefully this will be a good representation of before, and then we can do compare it to after. And let's just get a look at what I'm going to use. So here's the JFJ Easy Pro that we'll be using. Here's a buffer pad that you have to buy for these. This one, you can see the center ring is worn down because I've used it quite a bit now. This is probably getting close to end of life. I'm actually gonna recommend this as the cleaning instead of the JFJ cleaning compound, this Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. It's much cheaper, and I think this is kind of the secret sauce. It's giving me better results. I got a couple microfiber cloths for cleaning the disc off because you get the compound, the solution all over it. It needs to be cleaned off. Some Windex we'll use to clean that off, and then our subjects here. All right, let's get started. Let's start by cleaning off this pad. The reason I rinse off the pad, and I do store it in a Ziploc bag after I use it to kind of lock the moisture in, but even still, the compound, it gets a little crusty and dried on there, cause swirling or scratches when we're using it to buff the surface. So I'm just gonna soak it, I'm gonna rinse it off, and I'm gonna kind of rub off that top layer of like crusty compound. You can see some of it kind of coming off. But I think that's pretty good. I'm just gonna wring it out a little bit. Do the best we can here. All right, so let's try to actually use the Easy Pro here. Doing this one-handed. So here you go. It gets a little dirty inside. You got to wipe it out. The buffer pad sticks down on, it's just Velcro's in there. Nut that kind of screws on to hold the disc in place. On my first use, usually I do these in batches. I'll have a stack of them that I want to try cleaning. The first time I use it, I will definitely put on more than I normally would. As it gets saturated, I use less. And then I'm just going to spread it around, kind of so it, from the inside edge all the way to the outside edge, it's coated. This is just how I do it, but I definitely think you want to get more on that first go round. So that should be good. All right, so we got our messengers to the Scarecrow with the surface side that you're trying to get the scratches off facing down. It needs to be pressing against the buffer pad. So let me just tighten this real quick. Nice and tight so it doesn't wobble while it's spinning. All right, and then we just lock the lid down. So this is kind of by feel kind of thing as well. You can do 10-second cleans, 20-second, 1 minute, and 2 minute being the longest. For this, I'm thinking 1 minute. If it's really bad, it skips. It's got really deep scratches. I'm just going 2 minutes and expecting to probably have to do it multiple times. I know it already plays fine. I'm gonna do 20 seconds. So it just finished. I don't know if other people have this problem, but I got a pair of pliers to pop this nut off because it's just way easier for me. There's still residue on the disc, but I can tell it's looking pretty good. It's wet. You can see the swirl marks. That's a problem, is it doesn't get your disc to mint. We'll clean it off and see how it looks. So first I'm just gonna take this microfiber cloth and I'm just gonna wipe off the majority of the residue around the ring here. Use the cloth from the inside out, kind of like this. You don't want to go around in circles. I don't think it probably makes a huge difference, but that's how I do it. Actually, you know, now that I'm looking at it, it's looking really good. There's still residue on here for sure. What I'm going to do is spray a little Windex on it, just a little bit, and then I'm going to use this second microfiber cloth I have. I'm just going to clean that last bit of residue off, and let's see how it looks. Yeah, you can still see the little micro swirl marks, but it's not as bad, in my opinion, as when I was using the JFJ compound. And you can still see scratches, but it does look better. It definitely looks better. In a case where this DVD was maybe skipping, wasn't readable for a portion, doing this probably would bring it back to playing all the way through just fine. All right, and just for fun, what I want to do is, so this is a great album, just FYI. De La Soul, Balloon Mind State. This disc has been, it's skipped since I bought it. I bought it used. I did it the old way using the JFJ Easy Pro cleaning compound. I don't know how many times. I used to even use the sandpaper pads, which I don't anymore. I think buffing it for 2 minutes repeatedly is probably going to get you the same, if not better, results. It skipped on track 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so I did this method that I'm just showing you. I did it for 2 minutes, and now tracks 4 and 5 play fine. I still need that 6th track. Let's give it a go and let's test it out. Let's see if my process here will actually once and for all fix my Balloon Mind State album. And actually, before I do this, I just want to show you can see there is like the little swirl. I won't call them scratches, I'll call them scuffs. That won't affect playback. This method does still leave that, which is unfortunate. But you can see along the outer edges there's some pitted substantial scratches. I don't know which one's the culprit. Let's see if we can give it a spin and get it working. Track 6. Balloon Mind State just went another 2 minutes. This thing's probably been through this machine for a total of 20 minutes now. Or not just now, but over a period of, I don't know, months. But I just noticed, can you see right here, I actually I like broke through on the very edge there, which there is a finite amount of surface that can be, you know, kind of eroded off, to which point it's not going to work at all. So we're close here. I'm going to pop it in my computer here and check track 6 and cross my fingers and hope that I've salvaged this. Moment of truth. I'm going to skip to track 6, Long Island Wildin'. There we go. Okay, I'm not gonna play it through so I don't get copyright striked, but giving it my own. I'll come back and tell you my results. I'm pumped. It worked. It played all the way through. I wish I could have recorded it and you could hear it playing, although that would probably be boring. But anyways, I'm pumped. Like I said, this had been sitting, I said months, but maybe years. It sat in the stack. It would go through a spin cycle in the JFJ Easy Pro. Maybe one song would stop skipping. A couple weeks ago, I tried using this McGuire's compound and doing it like I just showed you. It got all but track 6. When I just did this last spin cycle now, and I saw that wear through mark on the edge, I was really bummed. I was like, if this doesn't work, I don't think I can put it through anymore, you know? But it worked. So I'm calling it a success. I'm saying I'm right. My method is good. Hopefully this is helpful. Other people can get some use out of this and have success cleaning their discs so they can listen to their Balloon Mind State album.